but I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford.
Right now, he would beat him. Yes, it would be a competitive fight.
You can. That's whenever I want to.
Fresh waves of shock ripple through the boxing world as new training footage of Floyd Mayweather Jr. emerges, showing the 48-year-old icon still razor sharp. The clips ignite heated debate, with some fans boldly whispering about a dream showdown against Terence Crawford. Yet not everyone is thrilled. Seasoned insiders and former pros are already sounding the alarm, warning Crawford to think twice about any potential clash. Their message echoes loud, that Mayweather's speed, reflexes, and defensive brilliance haven't faded nearly as much as people assume, making the ring with him a dangerous gamble.
Terence Crawford would beat a prime Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he would beat him. Yes, it would be a competitive fight, but Crawford, master thinker just like Floyd. What the advantage that Floyd has is that he has great defense. The advantage that Crawford has is that he not only can fight orthodox, he can also he's versatile. He can switch to the southpaw stance. And we all know that Floyd don't like to fight southpaws. We know that. What happens when you have a guy just as smart as you are and able to make adjustments like Crawford? What happens when you have a guy that can hurt you with either hand? A guy that's powerful and strong like Crawford. A guy that's quick as Crawford. A guy that can fight you in the pocket. A guy that knows how to execute that Philly shell. He knows how to bust through that. He'll have enough to beat Floyd, and he'll not have enough to gain respect and hurt Floyd too. I don't think he knocks him out, but I think he'll win a close decision. Hey, I want to know what everybody else.
For many, the warning isn't about questioning Crawford's greatness. After all, he's hailed as today's best pound-for-pound fighter, but about respecting the riddle only Mayweather brings. Even beyond his prime, Floyd's gift for shutting opponents down, setting the tempo, and dismantling elites remains untouched. Veterans remind us that Crawford, who builds his dominance by slowly breaking foes apart, could instead find himself tangled inside Mayweather's defensive web, unable to land clean shots or ever stamp his rhythm.
But Mayweather's the only one with no losses on his record right now. It's a tough thing in boxing to go that long.
I mean, you also got Andre Ward, but that was like, what, 32, 34?
Yeah, but Ward lost one somewhere in there.
No, I think he's undefeated.
Is he?
Yeah. But he's not as much as Mayweather. And the other thing, too, is that Mayweather, the resume, if we go back to the resume,
but you know what? I love that because everybody says Mayweather didn't fight nobody. He fought this guy.
Yeah, they don't. Those are people that don't know about boxing.
Mayweather fought everybody they put into him. It's not his fault he saw Pacquiao late in Pacquiao's career. It's not his fault.
Floyd Mayweather's current training grind explains why so many pros keep warning Crawford about ever sharing a ring with him, even at 48. Though retired from pro competition, Mayweather still sharpens his craft on the mitts daily, runs pad sessions that flash his reflexes, and sustains a steady fitness built not on heavy weights, but on endless reps, core-focused drills, cardio, and the kind of efficient movement that never fades.
So I want to make sure that I eat the right foods because I take care of my body. You know, even since I've been out here, I make sure, you know, I go for a jog, probably not like I did when I was competing. I do like a little 4 miles. Try to do 450 push-ups.
No.
450 sit-ups, yeah.
Well, you keep funny hours. Like even watching the All Access stuff with you keep real funny hours. Like why you want to sleep at 9 a.m. to 3 and then be up all night running around the streets? Like, have you always kept funny hours? You keep funny hours.
Remember, we work hard to become our own boss so we can do what we want to do. The ultimate goal is to go to sleep when you want to and wake up when you want to. See, when you don't wake up when you want to, then guess what? Somebody's controlling you. And I don't want to be controlled because I want to be my own boss.
After Crawford toppled Canelo to claim the undisputed super middleweight crown, Mayweather told TMZ, the best man won. He added that the fight was great for boxing, praising the surge of excitement it delivered. On Canelo's future, Floyd reflected that the sport drains fighters physically. He hinted that the wear and tear may be catching up, though only time and the fighters themselves can truly know. Mayweather even left the door to a rematch slightly open, saying, if they want it, it could happen. If not, they'll keep moving.
on Saturday night, even though I think a lot of people who were fans were not exactly sure, would Canelo win? Would Bud be big enough, strong enough to handle Canelo's power? Well, the answer to that question was yes. I saw you placed a bet, won a lot of money. Congratulations. What are your thoughts? What was your reaction to the fight, Floyd, as you watched Bud and Canelo in there on Saturday?
Oh, it's good for boxing. It was exciting. The best man won.
Is Canelo washed up now at 35 years old?
Oh, I don't know. Boxing is a lot of wear and tear on the body. Maybe so. I'm not really sure.
Would you be interested in seeing a rematch, or would the fight be the same? Would it ultimately end up the same way?
I don't know. It's up to those two guys. They want to do a rematch, do a rematch. If not, keep it moving.
Would you watch it, or not any real interest?
I'm pretty sure I'll watch it if they did it again. I'm pretty sure I would.
However, Mayweather has openly hinted more than once that Canelo was always easy to beat. He's made comments claiming that taking him down was far simpler than people like to admit, mocking the notion that anyone who stops or beats Canelo deserves endless praise. The way it comes across is Floyd protecting his legacy, stressing that Canelo carried flaws, that he was still young and learning when they fought, and that beating him doesn't automatically mean you're the best.
You could take a guy like Canelo. This guy could do. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy. Y'all always disrespecting our fighters.
Many boxing voices insist that Terence Crawford, even with his victory over Canelo and spotless record, still can't be placed on the same level as Floyd Mayweather without that iconic 50-0 legacy Floyd holds. They argue that to truly surpass Mayweather in the greatest ever debate, Crawford must deliver more than marquee wins. In their eyes, he needs to face someone like David Benavidez, seen as one of the most physically intimidating and dangerous fighters in today's boxing world.
Canelo is a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same. Now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight. And now what y'all gonna say, well, now he got what? I don't know how many fights he got.
Jeff Mayweather praised Crawford's skill and recent run of success, saying, "Crawford is a great fighter, and many were stunned by how dominant he looked in his biggest wins." Yet when the conversation widened, Jeff's loyalty was clear. To him, Floyd remains the safer pick in any prime versus prime fantasy. He also pushed back at comments like those from Canelo, hinting they're made to boost one's own image by comparison. Jeff admitted Crawford is smart, but he refuses to believe Crawford has surpassed Floyd's defense.
Well, also if we remember, Canelo that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other two judges scored it for Floyd, of course. And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he still took him, into deep waters. So.
Yeah. What was Canelo? What, 20-something? 20 what? 23? 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game,
very
obviously.
Young, very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost.
Yeah, but
a man that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people, but he.
How you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose?
20s.
I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, so, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
But don't you?
Want to make himself look like he did something great.
Before Terence Crawford ever faced Canelo Alvarez, Jeff Mayweather voiced his belief that Crawford had what it took to meet the challenge. When weighing his chances, Jeff suggested that beating Canelo could mean far more than solidifying his pound-for-pound crown. It might unlock the path to an even greater showdown. He noted that Floyd Mayweather, even at 48, still keeps himself in remarkable condition. And if Crawford pulled off a career-defining win, the demand for a clash with Floyd would be impossible to ignore. With Crawford's relentless hunger for greatness and Floyd's untouchable legacy.
Like the Magic 8 Ball? You think that'd be something in his
I don't necessarily think that is something that he's looking for, but I mean, of course, if he gets past Canelo, he can fight as many bums as he wants to, just to make the record.
Do you think he would do that, or do you think he would?
I don't know. He seemed like he's a class act, and he seemed like he'll do whatever he feels. But I don't know. I mean, at what you said, 37?
37, yeah.
37. Yeah, that's still a lot of fights though.
Oscar de la Hoya recently shared his take on the Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Terence Crawford debate, and he leaned firmly toward Mayweather. De la Hoya argued that, on a technical level, Floyd still stands above. He acknowledged Crawford's brilliance, pointing out how he climbed 3 weight divisions and outboxed Canelo, but insisted that when it comes to pure craft and ring IQ, Mayweather still reigns. De la Hoya stressed that Floyd's timing, his defensive genius, and his unmatched ability to avoid punishment make him the more technical fighter.
And who would, because Canelo after the fight said that Crawford was way better than Floyd. You know Crawford, you know Canelo, you know Floyd. What do you think? Who would win in a fight?
My man. I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time. And Crawford, yeah, he's more of a fighter, boxer. Mayweather's more of a boxer. But I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford. Not just because he beat me and it was a close fight, whatever, or that I stepped in the ring with Mayweather, but I really feel that technically Mayweather's a better fighter.
Meanwhile, Terence Crawford has spoken openly, saying there's no reason to stack his career against Floyd Mayweather's. Each belongs to its own chapter in boxing history. He respects the greatness Floyd carved out in his era, but insists that time has closed, placing himself now as the sport's standard bearer. His recent feats, jumping weight classes, unifying multiple divisions, becoming undisputed, stand as evidence that he is the one carrying boxing forward into its next stage.
He was in the ring with both of us, so a lot of people, they can say what they want, but he's actually been in the ring with both of us. One where he felt like he was at the best, and another where he felt like he was at a disadvantage when he had a rehydration clause and he was younger. So, I don't know, I don't go off of that. Floyd is the best fighter, in his era, and I feel like I'm the best fighter in my era.
Crawford has often voiced deep respect for Floyd Mayweather Jr., recognizing the influence Floyd had in shaping the road for his generation of fighters. He's credited Mayweather for setting the bar with his work ethic, defensive brilliance, and mastery of boxing's business side. To Crawford, Floyd's journey stands as both a guide and inspiration, proving that discipline, sharp intelligence, and unshakable belief can lift a fighter beyond the ropes. And while Crawford now presents himself as the face of this era, he does so while honoring Floyd's legacy, reminding everyone that Mayweather cleared the path for fighters to own their careers.
I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, bro. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. I always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Brian Bomack McIntyre, Terence Crawford's longtime trainer, has spoken often about why he believes Crawford edges past Floyd Mayweather in crucial ways. He points to Crawford's versatility, his ability to switch stances with ease, adapt to any opponent, and carry knockout power in both hands, as tools Floyd never truly displayed. Bomack stresses that while Mayweather's legend was built on defense and control, Crawford has fused technical brilliance with an aggressive, crowd-thrilling style that delivers knockouts at the very highest level.
I saw you before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to his coaches, not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists. Everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course he is.
Commentator Max Kellerman insists Floyd Mayweather Jr. still towers in boxing story, thanks to a deeper resume, blistering speed, defensive mastery, and a lineup of beaten legends that's nearly unmatched. Yet Kellerman also stresses that Crawford's road has been different, and in some ways, even more daring. While Mayweather often chose his timing, especially after reaching the highest divisions, Crawford has chased risk, fought anyone in front of him, and kept climbing through weight classes. Kellerman suggests that though Mayweather's mark is nearly mythical, Crawford's rise as today's best carries its own weight, not just an achievement, but in a legacy forged through constant challenges.
Floyd was fighting everyone right up until the point where he started to make money. But as much credit as you get for making, the primacy of business, for making business your priority, well, that comes with trade-offs. Because when you make business decisions constantly, sometimes your athletic achievements won't be regarded in the same way as if you made athletic achievements your priority. That said, Mayweather has accomplished a tremendous amount athletically. But the three fighters he didn't fight, Antonio Margarito, Manny Pacquiao, when he was obliterating De La Hoya, Hatton, and Cotto, and Shane Mosley when he still had something left. And while he will wind up fighting Pacquiao and Mosley, it'll both be, at the right time for Floyd. That said, what about at the right time for Floyd? He's also ancient. A fighter approaching 40, fighting at the level Mayweather is fighting, is unheard of. Mayweather, until recent times, would be considered one of the greatest older fighters of, that would be the whole story. Oh my God, can you believe how old Mayweather is? It's a little bit unfair to Floyd to say, well, you're picking these guys at the right time. Floyd is.
Kellerman has claimed that both Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford deserve to be ranked above Floyd Mayweather Jr. on pound-for-pound lists, even while acknowledging Floyd's flawless record and skill. He highlights how Pacquiao started at the smallest weights and climbed division after division, proving himself against elite names at every stop, often taking fights others refused. According to Kellerman, Pacquiao tore through those weight classes, and though he respects Mayweather's defensive genius, he argues Pacquiao's resume, willingness to risk, and multi-division dominance give him a slight edge in the conversation.
This is the situation, guys. No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter. Then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship. And then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had just happened.
Legendary boxer Roy Jones Jr. has also raised doubts about whether Mayweather truly faced the toughest opponents at their peak, noting that many of his wins came against fighters already past their prime or not quite at their best. Jones highlights that even Mayweather's marquee rivals like Canelo Alvarez and Manny Pacquiao weren't always in their absolute prime when Floyd fought them. He contrasts this with Pacquiao, who he believes consistently stepped into major challenges, facing elite opponents when it truly mattered. Jones argues this gap makes Mayweather's 50 impressive, but not absolute proof that he is the greatest ever.
Is Floyd Mayweather top 5 of
No,
all
not in
time?
my book. No,
Not even
not
top
in my
10.
book. Maybe top 10 in my book, Kevin. Not
Maybe
top
top
5.
10.
He's maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight. Don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is. Well, I understand. I know you're a Floyd fan. But here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought him? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he going to prison when he get through. And then to take it even further.
He fought Cotto.
Cotto was
Manny
not on his
Pacquiao,
level. Wait. See, stop. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question.
Cotto already was done. And Cotto is an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto's not an all-time great in boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great.
I
All
agree
right,
with
so that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Pacquiao. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Toney before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Toney?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So my point is you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them best 2 names you can pull up besides Canelo?
What I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't fight?
So my point is I'm not going to say who
because
would
I can't name a person.
I'm not going to say who would have beat Floyd. Like I said, I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was of his equal. He didn't fight a James Toney.
Do you think Floyd's unmatched defense still makes him stand apart? Share your thoughts below in the comments.